I work at a half-priced voodoo store. Part 1. Story written by nosleep user Voodoo Clerk. You ever get out of high school and realize you have no idea what the hell you want to do with your life? Turns out, just kind of waiting and seeing where life takes you can only really get you so far. You're always asked, oh, what do you want to do when you get out of high school? Simple enough question. Well, turns out it's a lot harder to figure that shit out when you really don't think of it the entire time you're in high school. So, what do you do when you're walking down that aisle and accepting your diploma when you suddenly realize you have no clue what you want to do with your life? My name is Travis, and when I graduated high school, I had no idea. College? Not appealing to me. Job? No, even less appealing. So, what did I do with all my government-mandated education? I stayed home sleeping all day and gaming all night. Typical deadbeat shit. And, like any loving and supportive parents, my lovely mom and dad threatened to kick me out on my ass unless I found something to make of my life. So, I weighed my options. College? Well, I had no idea what to study, and the nearest college was several miles away. That, and I had no scholarship opportunities, and the idea of being in debt for the majority of my life was very unappealing. Job? I get home tired, and I probably have to listen to some asshole boss. So, it was a job I ended up choosing. Although, trying to find any kind of employment in my town was near impossible. Unless I wanted to work at a factory for the rest of my life, I really had to expand my search from fast food to garbage man, throwing my application any place that had a help wanted sign. And that's how I ended up at Old King Creole's. Honestly, I don't remember even applying there. I just got a call one day when I was, laying in bed reading a book. Let's just say that that's what I was doing. Ahem. When my phone pulled me away from what I was doing, I sighed as I stared at the unfamiliar number. The person behind the line talked with a heavy old southern accent, but I could tell how excited he was to meet me in person. And I was excited to finally shove it in my parents' faces that I had actually made something with my life. Working at a voodoo shop. Living the dream, right? Of course, if you ask me what I would have chosen, college now is looking a bit more optimal, if only by a little bit. Now, look, we've all heard the stories of bosses from hell and shitty working conditions for shit pay. And to some extent, I get that. I'll get into my boss in a second. I don't really hate this place. It's the customers that piss me off more than anything. Let me explain why by explaining my job. I work at Old King Creole's half-price voodoo shop. Quite the mouthful, huh? It's this glorified shack full to the brim with freaky dolls and spooky cobwebs. Lovely place, really. Especially at night when all the desperate people come in begging for wishes and potions. Oh yeah, we give out free wishes. Like, really real wishes. But, I don't handle that, so I'm not going to talk much about them. Just remember, if you ever come in and ask for a wish, please think it through thoroughly. I'm so tired of wiping up the counter after a bad wish gets granted. The main thing I deal with is doll sales and potions. Need that wart removed? Got a great potion for that. You a shitty parent and forgot little Jimmy's birthday? One of the dolls should do it. Just don't come crying to me when Jimmy's soul gets trapped in the doll. We have a strict no-return policy. Is it a scam? No. You bought it without asking if it could suck up Jimmy's soul. Can't really do much about that now, can I? Potions are more flexible. The only time I've seen it go bad was a weight loss potion. Had to sell the angry lady a potion to get rid of all of her excess skin. I don't know what she expected. She was like 300 pounds. Did she think all this skin was just gonna go somewhere? The way I check into work is also pretty interesting, if I can call it that. I show up on time, or 5 minutes late without fail, and stab a needle into the voodoo doll on the counter. It's not meant to look like anyone since it's a blank template, but it still doesn't make it any less weird. I swear, that thing looks at me whenever I'm on my phone when nobody's in the shop and I've got nothing to do. What do you want me to do? Wipe the counter down for the millionth time? I've tried, man, but the dust always comes back without fail. You turn around for half a second and it's back. It's gotten to the point where I just leave it and draw things in it. What else? Oh, yeah. We have a basement I'm never allowed to go into. I was told by my boss, who I'll get into him soon, calm your horses. And, oh yeah, I was told that I was never allowed to go down there. Not that I even really want to go down there in the first place. The loud knocking coming from it and the crying has pretty well and truly kept me away from it. Hey, don't you start going judging me about it. If you're so damn curious, you go down there if you're so damn tough. I'm just the cashier. If I'm told not to go down into some freaky murder basement, I ain't fucking going down there. What else happens here? Well, the place seemingly stocks itself, so that's pretty cool. But sometimes. This place can get so boring when nobody's here that I wish I could restock the shelves or the potions or whatever. Something, man. I get paid to sit behind the counter and ring up things people want to buy. Simple as that. I've been working here for about 2 months, and man, does it feel like I've been here for decades. Each of my days takes like fucking 3, man. Alright, I'll stop whining and I'll talk about my boss. If you guessed his name is King Creole, then ding ding, congratulations! You've been paying attention to my dumb ramblings. King Creole, who we'll shorten to KC for now, is weird. Like, an uncanny valley kind of weird. He's this 6'4" lanky guy with messy black hair and button eyes. Yes, button eyes. You ever watch Coraline? Yeah, we're approaching other mother territory. Though, I guess he's got her beat because he's real. And his mouth is sewn up, same with his throat and neck. He's got stitches all around his neck. Sometimes, when he turns his head too quickly, you can see it wobble and his stitch is about to snap. It's gross. He's pretty cool, all things said, though he definitely doesn't have a concept of personal space. When I walked into work for my first day, he came out of God knows where and grabbed my hand and put his face like a good 3 inches away from mine. One thing that always strikes you about Casey, apart from the stitches in his button eyes, is how pale he is. Now, I'm no bronze god myself, but KC is about as pale as white chalk. Like, it's unreal. When I first met him, I thought he was wearing paint or some shit like that, but nope. That's his skin. I think, anyway. If you look at him long enough, you can kind of see his skin cracking. Like a sun-bleached corpse or something. I don't know. All in all, he isn't such a bad boss. He pays me well enough. I get $20 an hour to just sit here and ring up an occasional customer. You got a wish? Sorry, that's KC's department. And of course, if you fuck up your wish and end up as a bloody mess on the floor and counter, guess what poor idiot has to clean that up? Yours truly. So please, if you ever show up to old King Creole's half-price Voodoo shop, think your stupid wishes through. Now, if you'll excuse me, my break is done and that thing in the basement is really banging on the door. That doll on the counter is giving me the stink eye. If anything else interesting happens here, I'll let you guys know.